On that same vein, in that story with ESPN, you talked about wanting to protect young girls who shouldn't have to go against biological men. Just can you expand your viewpoint on that?
I mean, I think I said what I said. I think it's kind of common sense. I think it's really important to protect children, little girls who are also involved in that category. And so I stand on what I said, and I always believe that.
Cheryl Reeve wearing a shirt today in support of trans kids. Trans kids belong on the shirt. This in the aftermath of Sophie Cunningham's recent comments.
Why won't y'all stand by your sister? You let Sophie sit out there and take the hits, and the head coach that's supposed to be, I'm for women. You didn't let her get let out there to the wolves. Caitlin, I love you. You don't always have to play in the middle, sis. You guys are looking for a good quality bourbon, and it's ironically enough the name is Verdict. But if you're looking for a good bourbon, great quality bourbon, and you're a bourbon drinker, you got to be 21 and over, be responsible. This is the best bourbon I've ever tasted. If you're entry level, I call it the gateway into enjoying bourbon like bourbon lovers do. Go with the Not Guilty. It has brown sugar in it with the same mesh bill, meaning the same base, just with a little bit of brown sugar. So Guilty is straight bourbon, 6-year age, smoothest bourbon you're going to have, great flavor, great taste, 90 proof. And then the Not Guilty has brown sugar in it. So if you're interested in bourbon and that's your thing, go to verdictbourbon.com, verdictbourbon.com. Let's get to Sophie. Roll the clip.
Protesters clashed outside the Lynx game this afternoon after Indiana Fever player Sophie Cunningham's comments regarding biological men playing in women's sports.
And this comes after multiple protests in other cities hosting Fever games. Fox 9's Emily Pofall joining us now. And so, Emily, some of that back and forth took place inside the arena today, too.
Right. This all stems from a July interview with Cunningham where she says she wants to protect young girls in a locker room or young girls in sport playing against, quote, biological men. Lynx coach Cheryl Reeve, after practice yesterday, said trans women should be included too.
It is not the case that we have, quote, biological men in girls' locker rooms. The way it's being phrased, the innuendo there that somehow transgender women are predators of some kind in the locker room. There's a lot of narrative that is problematic that we need to address. That is simply not what's happening.
She went on to call attention to other issues impacting women's sports.
Whether it's, cisgender men that have held us down for years in spaces like being able to have access to facilities and uniforms and locker rooms, all the things that these young girls that are sitting at games with anti-trans signs, do they understand actually what their real problems are?
Then today, dozens of...
I got to say something about this. I'm so sick. I said this earlier and I almost mean it. Why is the default woman stupid in this situation? When you look at the default position of the WNBA, they're stupid people. What are you doing? It's the same thing in the black community. I'm telling you, y'all get mad at me all you want. The default position is stupid. The biggest activists in America right now are complete frauds. Why? Why don't we have qualified activists that's willing to stand up for what? Man, none of these activists are talking about illegal immigration in America. You got illegals coming into inner city communities, being placed with government funding into schools that's been shut down, and black people have no access to good education, but they spending money on illegals, and none of y'all are talking about it. Default stupid. WNBA, you would think that women would be going full woman mode. Everything about women. No men in the WNBA. Everything a woman do is right in the WNBA. No! Women are advocating for men to be in the WNBA. What are you doing? Sophie Cunningham, like the only one that's willing to stand up against stupidity. Do we have a penis or not? What are we talking about? Nobody wants their daughter to be in a locker room with a dude with his jang hanging out. What are we doing? What are you saying? I'm not educated. You're not educated on a penis and a vagina. Where did you go to school? Lord have mercy. What are we talking about? I'm sick of y'all. WNBA, default stupid. Everybody should be on Sophie Cunningham's side just because she a woman. It's y'all league. Y'all should be going, no, she right. she right. But then there's people that are standing up for women's rights, and women are saying you are bigoted and you're hateful because you want a man to put a wig on and compete in women's sports. Oh my gosh. Come on, let it play the clip.
Cunningham supporters, some from out of town, clashed with trans advocates outside the arena. Similar scenes recently played out at Fever games in Seattle and Portland. But then take a look at this. Inside Target Center, Cunningham and Reeve were seen having a cordial mid-court conversation before the game. Reeve seen wearing a shirt saying trans kids belong. And Reeve post-game wouldn't share exactly what they said to each other, but she did seem to encourage polite, nuanced conversation.
I think it's great. I think both of us understand that we have platforms, and we both talked about wanting to, more than anything, educate. And there are some things that we have in common, and maybe some things you differ on, just like any issues. And I think it's how you handle things. And so, it was nice to be in person for sure.
Reeve stressed the importance of
Next clip. Dude, hold on, y'all. Is there, help me with this. Is there I need to research the psychology of minority groups. I need to research this. Why are minority groups, some of them default stupid? It's like Asian groups are fine. Jews, killing it. But like black people and Indians killing it for some reason. They killing it. Hispanics are killing it. They starting to get, Hispanics are the minority because the black people are too silly to advocate for themselves. Now they're going, let's look out for LGBT rights. Let's let LGBTQ piggyback off civil rights and let's fight for their rights. Your stupid black activists are fighting for LGBT rights and illegals. Your stupid black activists are voting for politicians that's speaking Spanish at the debate stage. That's advocating for illegals to take. The illegals are not going to the white community. They going to the inner city and they're getting free cell phones. They're voting. I grew up in Fort Worth, Texas. On my grandmama's street was all black people. Now it's nothing but Mexicans. I remember when Town Center, if you grew up in Fort Worth, Texas, Town Center was black. It was shootings and stuff going on, but they were black. Now it's called Fiesta. And y'all, what are y'all doing? No, we want Kamala Harris. What is she doing for black people? Nothing. We want equality of black and brown. But now y'all black and brown. It should just been black. But the brown people say, we're just gonna jump on that struggle. They did what for how many years to get rights, voting rights, equality, fighting in the military? Oh, we just jump on that. And what y'all dumb, ignorant Negroes do is go, come on, Mexicans, jump on our struggle, and your struggle is our struggle now. And now, black struggle is down here and the Hispanic struggle is up here. Come on, you're gay? No, you didn't have to drink out of a gay water fountain. No, you couldn't eat that because you were gay. All the stuff black people had to struggle with. No, there was no Jim Crow gay South. You didn't have to do none of that. Come on, jump on our... Oh, now it's LGBTQ, Hispanic, then black. Now look at you. You're at the bottom of the totem pole in your own movement. And y'all mad at Brandon Tatum. You a coon. Well, then maybe you should be a coon. Maybe people won't be doing drive-by shootings in your community. Maybe the money will circulate more than 30 seconds in the black neighborhood. Maybe y'all finally put your money together and create a black bank. But you won't. JP Morgan Chase is where you got your money. Bank of America, where you got your money. Vantage West Credit Union. That's why I used to have a credit union. That's where you got your money. You ain't got your money in a black bank. Where do your black billionaires have their money at? It ain't with black people. But I'm the coon sellout Uncle Tom. Why aren't you mad at them? Where your favorite black people live at? White people, around white people. Where did Nolan and them family live at? White people. Where white people? They don't live around black people. Y'all didn't make me mad, so now I gotta keep it real. All right, I've been holding back. All right, back to the subject at hand. Look at this video.
Supporters to Indiana's matchup against Seattle Tuesday, including 2 teenage fans who wore T-shirts depicting the XX and XY chromosomes and carried signs thanking Cunningham courtside.
I wasn't trying to be political. I was just trying to support Sophie.
That's when they say a woman, later identified as Seattle Storm co-owner Celeste Keaton, approached them.
I thought she was going to be nice, and then she started screaming at us and cussing at us. And then she told us that we were effing insane.
Keaton is now facing
a fine
and a
lesbian to do that.
5-game suspension from the WNBA for that interaction. The Seattle Storm apologized for the exchange and said they remain committed to creating a welcoming and respectful environment for anyone who attends a Storm game.
Think about this for a minute, y'all. The girl have XXXY on the shirt. There's nothing there. Rational people go, I don't really like that shirt. Okay, finish watching the game. The co-owner of the team had to come down and cuss out kids. Listen to Sophie and them team coach. She ain't gonna never let me come to the game, and I don't care. You're a terrible representation for women. Sophie is all y'all got. Roll the clip.
What's your stance? What is your stance on men or athletes who test as biological male participating in women's sports? What's your personal
Great
stance?
question.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I would say that I'm educated enough from a scientific standpoint. I don't ever believe that exclusion is an answer. I just don't. I do think, when we think about various levels of sport, various governing bodies of sport and things that go into that. Like I said, I'm not educated enough at the different levels. I know growing up, I played with the boys all the time.
So
there weren't girl sports.
Would you welcome a biological male in WNBA?
Again, it's like I don't know. When we talk about biological male and scientifically where we are, I think it's a totally different scenario. As I said, I'm not educated enough in terms of transgender and transitioning. To give you a smart answer. I would say though that I just don't feel like exclusion is an answer, and I think that we need to have deeper, more layered conversations.
If you're not educated enough, then how do you know it's actually exclusion? I hate the way these people act. See, I got my hat. Every time I look at it, I try to slow down. I hate the way these people act. You are a scumbag woman. You're a shameful woman who cannot stand up for what's right. When are y'all gonna grow a pair? I don't understand. Why are y'all leaving Sophie out there to dry? Put them on the screen. Caitlin, I love your game. You the Michael Jordan of WNBA. If you could dunk, you'll have more people watching. But you are the GOAT as far as the three-pointers. Sophie is the GOAT as far as the total package. Why won't y'all stand by your sister? You let Sophie sit out there and take the hits, and the head coach that's supposed to be, I'm for women. You done let her get let out there into the wolves. Caitlin, I love you. You don't always have to play in the middle, sis. These black lesbians don't like you. Except the ones on your team, maybe. But the other ones don't like you. They saying all kind of racist stuff behind your back. They trying to hit you with elbows. They knock you on the ground. They cussing at you. They saying all kind of stuff. They hate you. You need to stop playing in the middle and just keep it 100. The girl that got your back like two flats on a Cadillac is Sophie. Can you say, I stand by Sophie? We answered all your questions. That's my girl. Quit trying to pit us against each other. I got Sophie back. I'm with her right or wrong. That's my teammate. ask me another question before I flash on y'all. If she did that, I'll buy 400 of her jerseys. 400. Y'all got my word. I'll buy 400. Can y'all please step up and support each other? The reason why nations fall is because people are cowards. And when that pressure come on, they fold. When that pressure hit, they leave their friends out to dry. I'm telling you, bruh. How many people standing by yours truly? I seen the text messages come through. I know y'all my real day ones. Everybody else, I don't want to get hit. I don't want to take no shots. I'm not going to take a chance. I'm not going to put myself out there to protect and defend people that are doing the right thing. Roll the clip.
I think for us, it's not really a discussion we really have in our locker room. I think it's for leagues and the governing bodies to work with their athletes to find solutions, but our focus is on basketball, and that's what we talk about and how we can get wins, and obviously we didn't do that tonight, so we need to find an area to improve in that way.
Do you have any, reaction to the...
I just answered for you.
Thank you. All right.
Now, this is look, I love everything Caitlin Clark said. I just wish she would have added the second part is, my girl Sophie, I stand by my girl Sophie. I don't care what y'all say. This is what y'all need to figure that out, but don't come and attack Sophie. That's my girl. If y'all got a problem with Sophie, I may not agree. I don't care if I agree with her or not. You got a problem with Sophie, you got a problem with me. Her shoe will be selling out too. Now here goes somebody. Do I need to take my hat off to say this? No, okay. Come on, put him on the screen because I have very negative things to say about this guy. Roll the clip.
What's your stance on...
Look at him. He looked like he finna say something
biologically
stupid.
Male participating in women's sports.
Yeah, I mean, my focus as a basketball coach, I be completely honest, I don't think I've ever had to think about that. I'm completely supportive of people from all communities, all walks of life. So that's my stance completely. I'm supportive of everyone in the Portland, the community.
Would you be okay with biological males participating in the WNBA?
I think I've given my answer already on that question. I don't feel like I need to go deeper there.
The last time the Fever...
What? Lord help me. What an emasculated man. This stuff is not rocket science. Hey, should a man be in? No, he should not. A man shouldn't be in women's sports. Let's create a new category. If you got a PP, you need to be in the NBA. If you don't have PP, you can be in the NBA, or you don't have PP, you be in the WNBA. If you got a PP, but you think you're a woman, maybe we can make a new one. Can we make a new category? Because these young people over here saying they don't want a man wee-wee in the locker room. I don't understand this. I don't understand this, bruh. Do y'all know how crazy our country is at this point? These people have gone so far that in many cases, I could just pull up at a locker room and be like, I identify as a girl. How are you going to tell me how far in my transition I'm in? And I can be in there, pull it all out. Sitting on the bench with it all out. Looking around, who see me? And I'm looking at every woman in there. Just say I wasn't saved and I didn't have Jesus in my life and I want to be nasty. Y'all are opening up the opportunity for men to get in there and pull their stuff out and look at every woman that they think they like when they were in the gym. They doing it around the country. People just ain't saying that because they scared. You telling me if I wasn't living right and I was a sinner and I was lost in my mind, I'm at the gym working out, I see a baddie, because you know they don't put no clothes on at the gym. They like their strip club. I see a baddie doing the booty squats, putting her booty in the air, nothing on. You can see through the thing. It's X-rated gym, but I like her though. I'm a sinner. I want to see what that look like. Now I'm a transition. I'm trans. Oh, you gonna tell me I'm not trans? I want to go in there. Go in there and see a change of clothes. And nobody can stop you. This is where we're headed. People think I'm playing. We done show videos of men that don't even look like they transitioning in women's locker rooms, getting kicked out of the gym. And then what you do is you have weak men. Yeah, I haven't done the research. I think women should be in women. I guess men. You get 15 years from now, they can't even question you what you're thinking about. Then before you know it, men, because women are not invading men's spaces. You don't see trans men going and saying, I want to play football. I want to play basketball. I want to be. Why there's no trans men going into men's spaces? Why is it trans women that's going into women's spaces? Show me the last time a trans man was on a podium in any sport. Show me the last time a trans man won in cycling, cross country, football, they played on the team, volleyball team, track and field, 4x100 meter relay on track and field, steeplechase, name it. Show me a trans man that have been competitive. Show me one. Show me one. Show me one. Powerlifting. Show me one. I give you $1,000 right now if you can show me a trans man, that means a woman that transitions to a man that's number one on the podium in a competitive sport. And I will show you every race of transgenders in there, number one. On the number one or number two. Every event that a trans person is involved in, they're number one. Or number two or number three. They ain't not finishing on a podium. Liz, the boxer, the woman running the track, every cyclist I've ever seen compete against women in cycling are on the podium. Track and field, state champion in the state of Washington, everyone. Where do you get that it's fair? If you don't see trans men doing it, but you see only trans women, that should tell you something ain't right.